All right. I am so excited, you guys. My dear friend Jennifer Miller is a very talented teacher and a rockin' reader. We used to teach together at Westside Montessori, and I always admired her teaching, and I'm so excited that she has generously agreed to come visit us today. So thank you so much for coming, Jenni. We're so excited you're here, and they are all yours.
And I brought pumpkins with me today. Have you all picked any pumpkins from the pumpkin patch or gotten any from the store yet?
I picked them a long time ago.
A long time ago? Well, it is their season to be picked. And so I thought we would sing a song about these pumpkins. But before we do, we have to know how many there are. So why don't you go ahead and count with me? So follow my hand as we count. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to sing a song about 5 little pumpkins. You can listen the first time, and if it's familiar to you, you can join in with me. If it's not familiar, then you can listen the whole time, and then we'll do it again. This is a fun song that I like to do many times. 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one says, "Oh my, it's getting late." The second one said, "There are witches in the air." The third one said, "But we don't care." The fourth one said, "Let's run and run and run and run." The fifth one said, "I'm ready for some fun." When went the wind, and out went the light, and 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. I hope you enjoyed that one. We'll do it one more time. And then I know that Risa already knows this one, and so she can do it more with you this month. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to start. Yeah, me too. Here we go. 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one said, "Oh my, it's getting late." The second one said, "There are witches in the air." The third one said, "But we don't care." The fourth one said, "Let's run and run and run and run." The fifth one said, "I'm ready for some fun." When went the wind, and out went the light, and 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. Oh, I love 5 little pumpkins. I hope you did too. And so today, the story that we're going to read is about a bat. And this bat is a fruit bat, but it has a name called Stellaluna. And the author's name is Janell Cannon. This is the cover of the book. This is the spine of the book. And now I'm going to flip it open to see the title page of the book. Let's see which direction I need to go. Stellaluna by Janell Cannon. Here's the dedication page. To Burton H. Cannon and Nancy A. Cannon, with love. I wonder if they're related. They have the same name as the author. In a warm and sultry forest far, far away, there once lived a mother fruit bat and her new baby. Oh, how Mother Bat loved her soft, tiny baby. "I'll name you Stellaluna," she crooned. Each night, Mother Bat would carry Stellaluna clutched to her breast as she flew out to search for food. One night, as Mother Bat followed the heavy scent of ripe fruit, an owl spied her. On silent wings, the powerful bird swooped down upon the bats. Dodging and shrieking, Mother Bat tried to escape, but the owl struck again and again, knocking Stellaluna into the air. Her baby wings were as limp and useless as wet paper. Down, down she went, faster and faster into the forest below. The dark, leafy tangle of branches caught Stellaluna as she fell. One twig was small enough for Stellaluna's tiny feet. Wrapping her wings about her, she clutched the thin branch, trembling with cold and fear. "Mother," Stellaluna squeaked, "where are you?" By daybreak, the baby bat could hold on no longer. Down, down again she dropped. Flump! Stellaluna landed head first in a soft, downy nest, startling the 3 baby birds who lived there. Stellaluna quickly clambered from the nest and hung out of sight below it. She listened to the babble of the 3 birds. "What was that?" cried Flap. "I don't know, but it's hanging by its feet," chirped Flitter. "Shh, here comes Mama," hissed Pip. Many, many times that day, Mama Bird flew away, always returning with food for her babies. Stellaluna was terribly hungry, but not for the crawly things Mama Bird brought. Finally, though, the little bat could bear it no longer. She climbed into the nest, closed her eyes, and opened her mouth. Plop! In dropped a big green grasshopper. Stellaluna learned to be like the birds. She stayed awake all day and slept at night. She ate bugs even though they tasted awful. Her bat ways were quickly disappearing. Except for one thing, Stellaluna still liked to sleep hanging by her feet. Once, when Mama was away, the curious baby birds decided to try it too. When Mama Bird came home, she saw 8 tiny feet gripping the edge of the nest. "Eek!" she cried. "Get back up here this instant. You're going to fall and break your necks." The birds clambered back into the nest, but Mama Bird stopped Stellaluna. "You are teaching my children to do bad things. I will not let you back into this nest unless you promise to obey all the rules of this house." Stellaluna promised. She ate bugs without making faces. She slept in the nest at night, and she didn't hang by her feet. Stellaluna behaved as a good bird should. But did she behave like herself? I don't think so. All the babies grew quickly. Soon the nest became crowded. Mama Bird told them it was time to learn to fly. One by one, Pip, Flitter, Flap, and Stellaluna jumped from the nest. Their wings worked. "I'm just like them," thought Stellaluna. "I can fly too." Pip, Flitter, and Flap landed gracefully on a branch. Stellaluna tried to do the same. How embarrassing! Did it work out the way Stellaluna thought? I don't think so. "I will fly all day," Stellaluna told herself. "Then no one will see how clumsy I am." Oh no, she was embarrassed. The next day, Pip, Flitter, Flap, and Stellaluna went flying far from home. They flew for hours, exercising their new wings. The sun is setting, warned Flitter. We had better go home or we will get lost in the dark, said Flap. But Stellaluna had flown far ahead and was nowhere to be seen. The three anxious birds went home without her. Oh no. All alone, Stellaluna flew and flew until her wings ached and she dropped into a tree. I promised not to hang by my feet, Stellaluna sighed. So she hung by her thumbs and soon fell asleep. She didn't hear the soft sound of wings coming near. What do you think is coming near? Hey, a loud voice said. Why are you hanging upside down? Stellaluna's eyes opened wide. She saw a most peculiar face. I'm not upside down. You are, Stellaluna said. Ah, but you're a bat. Bats hang by their feet. You are hanging by your thumbs, so that makes you upside down, the creature said. I'm a bat. I am hanging by my feet. That makes me right side up. Stellaluna was confused. Mama Bird told me I was upside down. She said I was wrong. Wrong for a bird, maybe, but not for a bat. More bats gathered around to see the strange young bat who behaved like a bird. Stellaluna told them her story. You ate bugs? Stuttered one. You slept at night? Gasped another. How very strange, they all murmured. Wait, let me look at this child. A bat pushed through the crowd. An owl attacked you? She asked. Sniffing Stellaluna's fur, she whispered, You are Stellaluna. You are my baby. You escaped the owl? Cried Stellaluna. You survived? Yes, said Mother Bat as she wrapped her wings around Stellaluna. Come with me and I'll show you where to find the most delicious fruit. You'll never have to eat another bug as long as you live. But it's nighttime, Stellaluna squeaked. We can't fly in the dark or we'll crash into trees. We're bats, said Mother Bat. We can see in darkness. Come with us. Stellaluna was afraid, but she let go of the tree and dropped into the deep blue sky. Stellaluna could see. She felt as though rays of light shone from her eyes. She was able to see everything in her path. Soon, the bats found a mango tree, and Stellaluna ate as much of the fruit as she could. I'll never eat another bug as long as I lived, cheered Stellaluna as she stuffed herself full. I must tell Pip, Flitter, and Flap. The next day, Stellaluna went to visit the birds. Come with me and meet my bat family, said Stellaluna. Okay, let's go, agreed Pip. They hang by their feet and they fly at night and they eat the best food in the world, Stellaluna explained to the birds on the way. As the birds flew among the bats, Flap said, I feel upside down here. So the birds hung by their feet. Wait until dark, Stellaluna said excitedly. We will fly at night. When night came, Stellaluna flew away. Pip, Flitter, and Flap leapt from the tree to follow her. I can't see a thing, yelled Pip. Neither can I, howled Flitter. Aye, shrieked Flap. They're going to crash, gasped Stellaluna. I must rescue them. Stellaluna swooped about, grabbing her friends in the air. She lifted them to a tree, and the birds grasped a branch. Stellaluna hung from the limb above them. "We're safe," said Stellaluna. Then she sighed. "I wish you could see in the dark, too." "We wish you could land on your feet," Flitter replied. Pip and Flap nodded. They perched in silence for a long time. "How can we be so different and feel so much alike?" mused Flitter. "And how can we feel so different and be so much alike?" wondered Pip. "I think this is quite a mystery," Flap chirped. "I agree," said Stellaluna, "but we're friends, and that's a fact." The end of Stellaluna. I hope you enjoyed this story, my friends. It was wonderful to be with you today. Yay!
Thank you so much for coming, Jenny. When you were reading it, I got chills and I cried when Mama found Stellaluna again.
Mhm.
It made me so happy. Such a good reading, Jenny. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
I love that part at the end where they say, how can we be so different and feel so much alike?
Mm-hmm.
And how can we feel so different and be so much alike? And I feel that way about so many of my friends too. How can we be so different and feel so much alike? Because we're all different and we're all the same.
That's
And
right.
I love this story for that message. Thank you, Jenny.